5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 8. Invite you to stay tuned to TV 66 after this game. Western Athletic Conference football at 1 o'clock. Brigham Young takes on Wyoming. The wild, wild west that likes to pass. See if Lebanon tries to pass on 2nd and 8. Brindley play action. He's going to throw. For Cyrus, Hancock has his man beaten, well overthrown. Hancock about 3 steps in front of Charles Dennis, but the pass overthrown. For the most part, the wind is blowing across the field, but if there is a slight advantage, it is going from right to left. So the wind may have taken that ball a little bit further than it would have otherwise. Third down and 8. Huddleston to the left. Brindley complete to Hancock. Across the 30, he was hit by Charles Dennis, but Hancock stumbles forward enough, gets the first down at the 27. So Lebanon showing they can move the ball on White County. Question is, can they hold on to the football long enough to push it across the goal line? 1st and 10, clock ticking down toward the 5-minute mark. Clay Bueller split to the left. Pitch, Juan A. Jennings cuts back in. Close to another first down. He's inside the 20. Tackle made by Brian Lee. It'll be close to a first down, but I think he'll be just a little bit short. It'll bring up a 2nd down and half a yard. Clay Bueller comes in for Huddleston. Stewart in for Hancock as Mark Medley continues to shuttle in his receivers, as he has done throughout the year. Bueller comes wide to the left. Stewart wing back to the right. Brindley drops back. He's going to throw. Left side. Bueller, touchdown. 19 yards. Jim Brindley to Clay Bueller. And Lebanon draws first blood. .404 to play in the first half. Lebanon finally cashes in. Jim Brindley will kick the extra point. Clay Bueller to hold. Good snap. Kick is up. And it spins its way through. Lebanon leads 7-0 with 4:04 to play in the first half. The Blue Devils seeking to go 3-0 in the district. And with that, Lebanon would just need one win the last 2 district games against either Murfreesboro, Oakland, or Cookeville to qualify for the playoffs for for the 3rd consecutive year. Mentioning the activity coming up on TV 66 later on, BYU and Wyoming tonight at 9 o'clock, the Mike Ditka Show. The Chicago Bears off to a 4-0 start, followed at 9:30 by Redskins Weekly. This morning, in case you missed it, was the debut of SEC Weekly. Has the recap of the previous week's Southeastern Conference football action, as well as a little bit of information on the other fall sports, and also a preview of the upcoming game on at 8 o'clock on Saturday, so jot that down for next week. 8 o'clock Saturday morning, SEC Weekly. Sunny Warm at the kickoff. And it's a low kick. They're going to kick it away from the deep return man. Dennis Henderson, the deep back. And Lebanon's plan is to kick away from him as much as possible. That was the idea last week in Clarksville, as the Blue Devils tried to keep it away from Troy Bagwell. Ironically, the one time Bagwell touched the ball, the Blue Devils got a safety. the ball out of bounds. Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils, but White County has the option of taking the ball where it goes out, and so they'll take it at the 35. It's not that Mark Medley wants the ball to go out of bounds. He doesn't. Right now, something the Lebanon kickers have not perfected, kicking onside kick inbounds. So White County will get it at the 38. First down and 10. The quarterback, freshman Brad Frazier. Fake to the fullback. He tried to throw, gets it off. It's a lateral, loose ball, and the officials, I think, are trying to call incomplete pass. It can't be an incomplete pass. That is the worst call. I'm sorry, but this is not the NFL where the quarterback is in the grasp. Frazier was hit. He tried to pitch back to Henderson. The quarterback should have eaten the ball, but he pitched back to Henderson. The ball was loose. The official finally ruled that he was down, but he was not down. That's one play. I think that official, if he ever gets a look at the film, will say he blew the call. The NFL, that might be elite, that might be legal in the grass, but you don't have that in high school, and the pitch was a lateral. Still, it's a loss, but it could have been Lebanon ball. Pitch back to Henderson. Gets across the original line of scrimmage to the 39. It'll bring up a third down and 9. They'll mark it at the 38 and a half. And if the official thinks he may have blown the call, Lebanon might have a break forthcoming then. At least that's often the case in basketball. 3 receivers to the right side, or to the left. 2 receivers to the left side. Fake to the fullback. Pitch. And a good stop. Marcus Stewart on Dennis Henderson. That time, Frazier made the pitch a couple of seconds earlier before he was hit. And Marcus Stewart playing it well. Dennis Henderson for a loss back to the 35. 4th down and 13. Stephen Maples will punt. So Lebanon stops him anyway, but the Blue Devils should have had the ball in White County territory. Maples to kick. Bueller and Hancock back deep for the Devils. Hancock, the deeper of the two, at his own 32. Good snap. And a good kick. The wind dying down for the moment. Hancock from the 28. And is brought down at the 38 by number 54, Craig Terry. So 1st and 10 Blue Devils, the clock showing exactly 2 minutes to play in the first half. So Mark Medley would either choose to run out the clock or try to score. Medley in the past, in these situations, has shown he will go for the big play, and with bigger leads than this. 2 receivers to the right side, Stewart and Huddleston. Brindley dropped behind the line of scrimmage, but not by much. I think that's Brandon Farley, number 88. It is. So Farley, who was injured, who was shaken up earlier, is fine now. Brindley faked, was going to throw to the left side, but before he could get it off, Farley decks him, but only a 2-yard loss to the 36. With 1:15 to play in the first half. 7-0 Blue Devils. Bueller split to the left side. Marcus Stewart in the flank. Stewart from the wing back trap. Tripped up by Dennis Henderson. And the ball at the 44, 2nd down and 4. Lonnie Jennings, the tailback, now goes flanks to the right side as Lebanon shows a double flank. Brindley the throw. Going for the bomb for Jennings. Oh, just off his fingertips. Jennings had beaten Dennis Henderson. So twice, Brindley has overthrown receivers open deep. That one, Jennings with his great speed almost ran under it. So it'll bring up a 4th and 5 with 17 seconds to play in the first half. 7-0 Lebanon. And the Blue Devils will be punting for the first time. Or at least they are showing punt for the first time. Back deep for White County, Charlton Deathrow, number 44, and trying to get the number for the other one. Deathrow is on the left side. I believe that's Chris Brewington, number 34. Jim Brindley to punt. Line drive kick. And goes out at the 26. So White County with 11 seconds to play, they can either run the clock out or maybe go for one big play against the wind. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the Lebanon Blue Devil Marching Band, provided the rain doesn't come in first and send them scurrying for cover. Lynn Brewington split wide to the right. 2 setbacks behind Brad Frazier, the quarterback. Frazier straight ahead. I think he's just going to run it out. Ham Brewster with the tackle, and that's going to be it. Jimmy Maynard is going to be happy he's down only 7-0. It should be more. But at halftime, it is 7-0 Lebanon. We'll be back for Lebanon back. Mind you, after this game, 1 o'clock, Western Athletic Conference football. Brigham Young versus Wyoming. And tonight, the Mike Ditka Show at 9 o'clock, followed by Redskins Weekly at 9:30. Of course, next week, actually it started today, but in case you missed it, Saturday mornings, 8 o'clock, SEC Weekly. As not only are the cheerleaders throwing up football, so is Raymond Lassiter, and I wonder if he's going to unveil his contraption. He has a little contraption on the fence next to the 50-yard marker. I haven't seen him pull the thing up yet. Maybe he will. We'll see if he pulls it up. It's a sign that tells the crowd to yell. Lebanon will kick off. Charlton Deathrow and Dennis Henderson back deep for the Warriors. Sonny Warmoth will kick off. Kick is away. Henderson from the 13. Has the wedge in front of him. Down at the 35. And on the stop, number 38, Chuck Manning. So it will be